can you see the white building over there in the corner? If you turn on the right, you will see the central market of San Lorenzo, where you find on the ground floor the market for locals. On the first floor, there's what we call touristic market. There are a lot of small restaurants, cafes, where you can get the typical Italian food with an excellent quality. Okay, there's even a leather market over there, but if you're looking for good quality leather, avoid. Avoid. That's good if you want to buy a cheap souvenir, but not if you're looking for good quality leather. Let's talk about the first leader of a Medici family who turned the professional career of a Medici from merchants into bankers. Because at the beginning, Medici was a family of merchants. This man is Giovanni. This guy. Giovanni di Bicci dei Medici. He was not a sex symbol, I agree. Giovanni was a great investor, and in 1387 he opens the first bank of Medici in a downtown. In the beginning of 1400, Giovanni was running a successful bank, very popular here, Medici Bank, but he was not satisfied. Talking with these partners, one day Giovanni said, guys, real business is not here. Real business is in Rome. Can you tell me why? Who lives in Rome? In Rome there's the Pope, and first of all there's the Pope. Pope was the most powerful man of the world. So he said, guys, we have to do something to get in the Vatican State business. Real business is in Rome. That's exactly what he did. With the smart banking strategy, he took advantage from a moment of confusion in the Vatican State. They were electing 3 popes in the beginning of 1400. One in Rome, another one in Bologna, another one in France, in Avignon. In this moment of confusion, Medici became the bankers of the Pope, of the right Pope, the one in Rome. And guys, that's the turning point. Because being the bankers of the Pope, what does it mean? They could manage the money coming from the churches from all around Europe, and they could reinvest this money, first of all, here in Florence. So, Medici became one of the most powerful families in Europe. This man died in 1423. He's the first son, Cosimo the Elder. Cosimo the Elder, to be not confused with another Cosimo. A good guy, a good banker, a great philosopher, but with a bad reputation, because a reputation of a banker during the Middle Age was not a good reputation at all. So one day he did ask a question to the Pope, Eugene IV, in that moment of history, his best client. Eugene IV was the Pope, and the question was, Pope, how can I match my wealth with a good reputation? The answer of the Pope was brilliant. He said, Cosimo, it's a cinch. You have to invest your money in a church. Brilliant, isn't it? How, Pope? How? With the religious artworks. People will appreciate. Your reputation will be good. Guys, in this conversation, we have still the documents about this conversation. There's one of the reasons we are in one of the most beautiful cities of the world. Because most of the richness of these powerful families was invested in art. Religious art was not only devotion, was political propaganda. Is that clear? That's very important because you will see Virgin Mary everywhere. That was not only devotion. That's the reason in the 1436, Cosimo the Elder invested a lot of money right here in order to restore San Lorenzo Church, one of the first Christian churches of the city, but in 1436 this church was abandoned in ruins. So nowadays we can say without any question that's the private church of a Medici family, paid by the Medici. Is that clear, guys? What do you think about this church? Which are your impressions? Tell me the truth.
Very sober.
Sober? Why? We still miss something. What do we miss here? We miss? We miss the colors because we miss the marble facade. Guys, those bricks are still waiting for marble. Can you see? That's clear. Waiting for marble plaques. So where's the richness of Medici family in your opinion here? Inside. Guys, that's one of the most beautiful and the precious churches you can visit in Florence. And the reason is very simple. The best artists of 1400 and 1500, so the magical period that we call the Rinascimento, have worked here, paid by the Medici. The designer is Filippo Brunelleschi. The sculptor inside is Donatello. The painter is Filippo Lippi, Andrea del Verrocchio, Michelangelo. Guys, Michelangelo in 1513 was commissioned by the Pope